Dave, congratulations. A difficult first half, better second half. Is that how you saw it?
No, not really. Listen, delighted we've won, and sometimes on a Tuesday night, if I want to give them an excuse, it can be difficult because of the turnaround, and I suppose winning almost like the arm wrestle. But I'm frustrated with our performance, and I've probably been pretty frustrated from the start of the season, really, because we've shown glimpses, we've shown signs, but we've not shown it over a continuous or an extended period. And that's where we need to get to. So there's a frustration within that, but there's also then a motivation to make sure, not me getting better, me making sure they're motivated to get better and have an understanding of what we need to do. Because like I say, there has been little bits, but for what we've got, I want to see a little bit more. I think we're doing ourselves a little bit of a disservice at times by not being able to perform over the 90 minutes rather than in little bits, in fits and starts.
And we said that, though, you have spoken in previous seasons about when you do stink the place out, still go and get a result, and you have managed to do that today.
Yeah, listen, I'm delighted with the win, and probably defensively, apart from a couple of, like I say, slack moments in the first half where we then have to respond and get a good block. We were pretty miserly. I thought the back lads defended okay. We can definitely get better as a unit in terms of the ones in front around how we go about it. So if you're going to be tested defensively, today's the night when you're going to be tested, because that is an enormous pitch. They're the maximum dimensions of a football pitch, and you could probably see that. I know Paul had spoken about their team tiring in the second, or tiring a little bit in the second half. I now understand why. That's as big as any team in this country will play on. So if you don't get that right and you aren't organised, then there are big spaces to go and have to cover or recover. But I'd said after Saturday that if we came here and won, then a point at Barnsley wasn't the worst result. We've done that. So quick turnaround, quick recovery. Look forward to the weekend.
Defensively, as you say, the back three have done really well today, and then they've all linked up well for your first goal as well. Where's Ethan Pye pulled that one from? Yeah,
we've spoken about the importance of set pieces, especially when you're not at your fluent best, and we've scored from 2 tonight. So again, we wanted to be pretty sort of basic in terms of what we were doing tonight. So put the ball into a good area, balls dropped for us. Cal's set the ball really well and gives Ethan a chance to shoot first time. Second one, again, you wouldn't think it because our delivery was poor, but we wanted to try and really basically hit the far post off every corner. Again, if I want to give them an excuse, the pitch was too wide for some of them because we get past the near post. But the one that we did, we then get our just desserts for. In saying that, we've had some really good chances that we've not taken. But we've won 2-0. We've kept another clean sheet, and like I say, backs up what we did at the weekend.
In terms of selection today, you did look to freshen things up. 6 changes. What was the thinking there, back 4 as well in the first half?
Yeah, I see or hear people talking about our shape. I think I listened to Paul's interview before the game, and he was of a thought process that says he doesn't really know what we do because we are fluent within that, and that's what we try and be. So again, we'll counteract their shape and try and allow ourselves to press, and that means that whether it be Jack Diamond or Febs or someone down the sides ends up as a wing back, Will Collell as it was on Saturday, then so be it. But we have a certain shape that we want to try and build in from the back to try and give ourselves overloads or at least equal numbers at the top end of the pitch to allow 4v4, 3v3 and eventually 1v1 situations, and a different shape that we build higher up based on the capabilities and the quality of the players that we have. But we need to continue to work at that. So yeah, tonight probably looked like a 4 at times, but they're playing with 3 up the top end of the pitch and 1 off and splitting the width of the pitch. So you'd love to go 3v3, but I think that would have been, especially on the sides of this pitch, would have been a bigger ask than it needs to be, and we need to press in a slightly different way. Some of it's successful, some of it we need to work on. But we felt make changes. Just again, because of the Saturday Tuesday and what that looks like, we wanted to try and maintain the second half of Saturday and be front foot and be aggressive while still having control. I don't think we did that great. If I'm honest, and I'll always be honest. And there were other reasons around other. Louis been under the weather a little bit. That was his second. Saturday was his second consecutive 90 minutes. The first time in 13 months. So again, if we get the opportunity to, especially with this pitch, try and stretch teams as the game progresses, then it's always going to work for us. But I've said before that the quality and the depth of our squad will give us real options and hopefully real possibilities in terms of going and being successful. And when you bring in Norwood, Wotton, Barry, Mingy, Mellon and whoever else came on the pitch, then at 60-70 minutes it's a real boost for the ones that are already out there. I thought that gave us more control and more of a threat in terms of their goal.
In terms of the players that did come on, great for Woods to get back on the score sheet, and another one that's come from inside the 6-yard box seems to have added that to his game this season.
Yeah, I wish he scored the other one from inside the 6-yard box where he fainted to shoot probably 4 times and then decided not to stick it in the net. But no, good corner, great quality from Ollie, good first contact from Fraser, and then I'm delighted he's decided to smash it rather than try and place it in, and makes the last 10 minutes for us more comfortable than maybe it would have been if we'd not got that second goal.
Great to see Jay Mingy back today. No Will Culler though, what's the latest on him?
No, Will obviously was struggling at the end of the game, so a slight hamstring for probably the first time in a very, very long time. Not as serious as maybe we or he potentially thought, so he won't be out for a long time. We'll have to build him back up a little bit, but he'll be out again. He'll have seen some pictures. He'll be out running on Thursday. He may be 10 to 14 days, maybe a couple of weeks, but certainly not a serious one, which is great news.
Back up to 4th in the table now, 4 points from 2 away games, which I'm sure you'll have taken all day long with 2 home games coming up now.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about where we sit. Could we have more points? Of course we could. But I've just said for the players in there, for the first time, maybe in my sort of management career, this year, of course, it's about being successful and thinking that we have a real chance, but it's about getting better, and that improvement. And improvement, in my eyes, will bring us a better chance of success. But I don't want this to sound the wrong way. We could not improve and still achieve something at the end of the season, and I think that would be brilliant, but maybe wouldn't be the best thing. I still think we have to try and push towards getting better, and having a real, from a coaching perspective, having a real eye on what that looks like and how we go into that. Of course, from a supporter perspective, and probably from Mark's perspective a little bit, of course it's about winning and wanting to be up near the top, wanting to get promoted, and it is for me, because I've been fortunate enough to do that a few times, but it is about us improving. I mean all of us. I mean the staff. I mean the players. I mean the players that aren't involved currently, and all them bits. And if we do that, then I feel we have a real chance, and hopefully that'll be the case.
Appreciate your time, Dave. Thank you.
Welcome. Cheers. Thank you.